So, we're going to talk about God's timing. I'm going to tell a couple little stories, instillings for me. So, the first one is after a year on the road, approximately, in a white robe, and I took it off in Santa Cruz. I didn't feel I was worthy of it, for one thing, and I also took on a little bit of doubt. And so I put on a pair of blue jeans, sweatshirt, t shirt, barefoot, sleeping bag, tote sack, and I ended up in a miracle being sent to my family out east. Reconnected with them. And then I had a plan to go north, New York, and go get on 90 and go west, cross the country on 90, visit my brother in Chicago. This was my plan. And I got to Buffalo. Now, all the way, the Lord's setting up connections. And I'm not forthcoming in my witness like I had been in the robe. But everywhere I go, people want to hear it. And so I have to give my witness about amen in the walk. So I end up in Buffalo, New York, on an on ramp. I'm wanting to go, it's right at an intersection. I'm wanting to go west to Chicago. And I'm asking everybody who's driving by. I'm hitchhiking now. I'm not just sitting and walking. And everybody's nodding their heads. Yeah, yeah. So I get a ride. And it's a Native American brother. And we're in the car. We start talking. I start looking around and going, wow, this doesn't look like we're going west. He says, no, no, we're going up to Niagara Falls. So I ended up in Niagara Falls for a couple nights, resting right by the falls. And I was going through a little something at the time. I had lost some of my peace that I had. And so when in the morning that I left, I got on the on-ramp to go south. I'm calling out to the Father, going, Father, help me. I need a ride. And sure enough, car pulls over right away. I get in the car, and I'm all worked up. How do I get on 90 going west? And the brother looks at me and he says, you're not supposed to ask that. I prayed for a person to pick up today. And you have a message for me. So next thing I know, here I am giving the witness. Amen, the walk. And the brother's drinking deep. So he drops me off. He's going to work in Buffalo. He drops me off there. And shows me the on-ramp. And so I go there. I make sure. I ask people, is this going west? And everybody's nodding. And then I get a ride. And sure enough, and I'm hitchhiking now. Sure enough, it's going north to Niagara Falls. So I get off halfway. I sit on an on-ramp, good part of the day, getting frustrated. I'm not really just sitting there. I am hitchhiking. I am animated. And like I say, not totally in faith. That's really what it was. And so at a certain point, I'm going, wow, the Father doesn't seem to be wanting me to go this way. So I go, okay, Lord, you want me to go to Canada? I'll go to Canada. I go across the highway. I sit on the on-ramp up there. No ride. I finally put out a primeval scream, which was my sign to release completely, which I did. And I got a little something to eat, drink, go back on the south on-ramp, and it's becoming late afternoon. Now I'm relaxed a little bit, and this truck pulls over. It's a meat delivery truck. And I'm thinking, well, it's unlikely, but he might have pulled over for me, so I walk on over there, and sure enough, here's the brother who picked me up in the morning, and he's been thinking about the witness all day long. and he wants to take me home. So I jump in the truck with him. I spent the evening with him. Beautiful communion. And along with that, an instilling of, when we don't believe that Father's in control, we're really striving with our own will. That's really what's going on. And I've had, quite a few experiences like that, because the Lord, his happening is free will. He's not going to take that away from you. You have to add yours to his. And that's an act of faith, always. So the other story I'm going to tell, many years later, I'm here with Amen, and I'm taking care of business in the yard here. I cook a meal every evening for years, for 15 to 20, 25 people, because we got gatherings here. Amen's here, and there's a gathering here almost every day. And so I get given one day a little styrofoam boat, sailfish hull, and I could turn it into a sailboat without too much work. And I'm thinking that'd be cool. I could take the kids out sailing. We got a lake here now, and then I could go other little places. Just a little tiny thing, but 2 people could get on there. And it's never given. And I know it's not being given by the Lord. I wait months, and I don't have the time given to mess with this thing. And I got frustrated, and I started whining. Like, Lord, brothers and sisters get all these things, and here I am working all the time, and I'm just asking for this little thing. And then one day I get up and look at myself. I go, oh boy, Gary, here you are, so blessed, and you're going to whine about something like that. And so that became poison in my mind to even think about it. And so I gave it up. And here, a couple months later, I get a phone call from one of the brothers. He's working in L.A., and he tells me he bought a sailboat. Now, this is my birthday he calls me on. And he says, come on up, take a look at it. Now, he knew I was into sailing. So I go up. It's Marina del Rey. It's the perfect boat for us. We had it for years. And few of us can sleep on it. Has everything on it. Motor, compass, sails, everything. He got it for a song. And he made a partner with another person to buy it. Beautiful slip, right by a coffee shop, lots of connections. And, we sailed it for years and used it as a place to roll out when we were walking around in L.A. or coming through. And we took people off the streets and took them sailing. So here, when I get there, the boat right next door to it, the name of the boat is Perfect Timing. I had to totally let go of the little boat I wanted so much and actually see, and it was really an instilling. I got to witness it to the brother we bought it from, how, I'm always being reminded that, because people make a big deal out of things like having a boat, things. And an instilling of how unimportant the things are, or even against us, if the Lord's not in it, if it's not serving his happening, if it isn't given directly by him, if we had to go around him to get it, we got it from the other guy. And so it was really an instilling in that, but in order for me to get it from the Most High, our Father, Amen, I had to totally give it up first. And that's the way it's been with everything. So, the bottom line message here is for us to have faith in God's timing. I'm here with the brothers and sisters, and we've been instilled so much that even in places where you have to have a tremendous amount of patience, we have to trust in his timing, because it's been shown to us so much, so instilled. And that's what I would send out to everybody is get that faith, man. because that's the only thing that's rocking and rolling in this world. The only thing is to really start recognizing and having and instilling that the Father is in control of your life if you allow Him. Amen.